So we got our chest, back, and forearms lift. We have 4 different movements for the chest, 4 different movements for the back, and then 2 movements for the forearms, with the goal being hypertrophy, of course. The first exercise, we have a cable incline chest fly. The focus for this exercise, the bench, is about a 45-degree angle, getting that full contraction, getting our hands all the way connected, getting our arms almost to a lateral position next to our side. Second exercise, we have our traditional push-up. Obviously regressed form for this, you can either do from a slight box or from the knees, but we want full extension of the arms on every rep. Generally for push-ups, if you don't have some resistance, you want to go for higher repetitions on this one, especially if the goal is hypertrophy. Next exercise, we have a decline dumbbell bench press. Alright, so we want the dumbbells at the same angle as our upper arm, and we want to hit full contraction or full extension on every single rep for the decline bench as well. Next exercise, single arm banded fly. Alright, I like to bring my inside leg back for some extra leverage, but you want to reach laterally out to the side, so our arms at about 180-degree angle, pulling that band all the way to in front of our face in the sweeping motion, so we can get that full contraction of the chest every time. Now we're moving to the back exercises. We got our kneeling single arm lat pull down. Alright, you definitely want the elbow off of the side just a little bit so you can really feel that lat contraction on every single pull down. Here you see me switching to the other arm. The outside knee or opposite knee will be up from the side that you're pulling down, and you want to pull down at the same angle or in the same position, so a little bit of a lean back, a hinge at the waist is good as well. Next, we have some negatives for our pull-ups. Alright, so we're going down about 3 to 5 second count, pulling ourselves back up and slowly lowering ourselves, working the eccentric motion as opposed to the concentric motion, which would be the contraction. Alright, this is going to be great for the lats as well. Next exercise, we have a double arm banded row from a standing position but leaning back, so it almost appears as if we're in a seated position. This is a great isolation for the upper and mid back. Last back exercise, we got a straight arm or stiff arm pull down. Alright, we definitely want to hinge at the waist so we can get the full contraction. Here you see a different angle where we're having our arms fully extended up out in front of the face, and we're pulling those arms while keeping them straight down to our hips. Next, we have a forearm exercise, so standing barbell wrist curls. Here you have the barbell in front, then I flip it around, and now I have the barbell behind me. I prefer the barbell behind. It allows for a little bit more mobility of the wrist and a better forearm exercise. Alright, you can also do this with dumbbells as well, but I prefer the barbell. Last exercise, we have some pinch grip walks. Alright, you can do this with a lot of different things. You can do it with kettlebells, the bottom end of a dumbbell, plates, anything that's challenging in resistance and is not super easy to hold on to. Obviously, if you're doing something like the kettlebell, in order for it to be a pinch grip, you don't want to grip the handle itself. So here you see me flipping the kettlebells upside down and grabbing the base of the kettlebell. So this will greatly challenge the forearms and all those stabilizers, intrinsic core stabilizers, as you walk with those weights. But this will really test your grip strength. Very hard to hold on to. You can see I'm starting to lose them right at the end, so I set those things down. And that's your first